Okay, episode 342 live. Every single time at the beginning, I try to remember which one it is. I think we're on like number 6 or 7. We're getting there. Every single time I say the same thing too. We're gonna get more consistent with this. So this time I'm not gonna say that.
Yeah,
and
we're gonna do it when we can do it.
Live too. We're not live.
We're live. People watching aren't. Picked a nice cool day to do this. So here we are. Our guests today, Jazz and Mike. Got them together at the same time. We're like just over a month removed from UFC Montreal.
It feels way longer.
Doesn't it feel longer than that?
It feels like it was so long ago.
Yeah. Have you had a trip since then? Have you gone anywhere?
I just went up to Muskoka, Lake Country. Swung up by the lake. Nice. Absolutely nothing. It was fantastic.
Mm-hmm.
That's the best.
That's what I was dying to do. I was like, I just want to do it until I get actually genuinely bored.
Yeah.
Until I just can't stand it.
You're kind of a homebody too, though. Like when you travel as much as you do, like a vacation is just being home for a few weekends and not having any obligations or
not having to like do any responsibilities.
Yeah, you're not so much like that. You like traveling. You like being home, obviously, but when you got like a little bit of time off, you're
because when I travel in camp, I have to focus on training and all that. But I like when I can travel, then I can eat all the different foods mainly.
It's such a different thing when you have like a fight or like coaching an athlete on a trip. It doesn't feel the same. It's fun. It's
really
cool in a different way, but it's not like a trip.
Like the country. You just get like a little taste. You don't get to actually like really experience it.
Yeah.
But it's still cool because then you still get a taste of it.
Mm-hmm. Nowhere to go back to.
Yeah.
We did that with Ireland because we went there for Donnie's fight and then we ended up going back for... That was the same thing. It was like a training trip, but you were like once a day as opposed to twice a day training.
Yeah, I was off at that time, so it's nice. Mm-hmm. And that's why I was even able to come to Don's fight. Mm-hmm. Right? Because if I was in camp, not a chance I'd travel to like that far.
Yeah. We went to Florida and Brazil. What was Brazil like? You came back with some of the Brazilian habits, late for practice, a couple days back to back. It was perfect timing. She just got back from Brazil.
Yeah.
She's 20 minutes late for the next 3 days. We're like,
that was the worst.
And the best was because we chirped you on the Tuesday and then Wednesday.
Yeah.
Fucking dog eats her breakfast. She's like,
no, that was the Thursday. That was sparring. Sparring day.
And that went well.
Oh, yeah.
But yeah, how was Brazil?
It was awesome. It was like such a unique country. The landscape was like absolutely beautiful. We went and saw like a nice waterfall. I went into the city like the one day, but I was kind of like an hour outside of Sao Paulo, so I was like in the country. But when you think of country here, you think of like the country, like cows, horses, like flat land. Like I think of like, the country.
Cornfields.
The country there, it's not like that. It's like papaya trees, hot, like it. I'm like...
It's like a jungle or what?
Yeah.
Do they have banana trees there?
So on Jackie's property, they do have banana trees, but they weren't like blooming or whatever.
Yeah,
weren't blooming. Season. Yeah, it wasn't the season, but it was papaya. We were getting papayas like every day, and there was like orange, like different types of like oranges or like I don't know what the difference between tangerine and orange is, or like the rules to make them one, but like there was a bunch of different like varieties of that type of citrus fruit.
Not sure when it legally goes from a tangerine to an orange.
Yeah, what the legality of that is. I think there's something in the DNA that slightly changes from a tangerine to a nectarine to
or
even a lemon.
And then lemon, lime.
Yeah,
I know. Thing. And then there's like different citrus vegetable fruits that aren't even in this country. We don't even know the names of.
Wow.
Interesting stuff. Hey, bring me on.
Wow. Brazil sounds sick. Riveting stuff.
They had a bunch of citrus fruits. Never seen them before.
You were in Brazil for 10 days and that's all that you got.
They had a real cool lime.
Yeah, I saw lime. I don't know if it was a tangerine, a nectarine.
No, but I got to train there and it was sick because I just got my black belt.
Oh, yeah. So your ego is just stroked the whole time. Being a black belt in Brazil, they're like...
Well, no, I I felt like the biggest fraud ever because I'm like literally putting the gi on.
Don't know how to tie your belt.
And I literally was thinking, I'm like, okay, this better be muscle memory because I don't know for sure if I know how to tie this thing. Like I've put on the gi, we'll say 20 times in my entire life, probably. Like,
yeah, you did it.
For fighting MMA, that's plenty.
That's more than most.
Yeah, you're good.
But then I was there and like in it, and they were all like, "Oh, say," and I'm like, "Oh my goodness, this is crazy."
Brandon's still got like the wrinkles in it.
Exactly.
Like folds up and has like.
No, she had a loner gi.
Luckily, I didn't bring in a gi or my belt or anything, so they had a loner black belt there for me.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, no, it was awesome. I got to like train there. I only did the one gi class, but I did more no gi classes, and then like a little bit of like a kickboxing, but I more enjoyed it. It ate a lot. Enjoyed the food.
You earned it. The time off. Busy couple of years for sure.
That's an elite level of disrespect. Just whoop Jessica Andrade and show up in her country and
I know.
Just have some vacation thereafter and make fun of all your little fruits.
Oh man, no.
You never competed in the gi, right? I don't think so. Yeah.
No.
Because I was just trying.
We did a like smoker little thing here.
Oh yeah, you did.
And
I count that. That was in the gi.
Okay.
Like
yeah.
country club type thing? Yeah, sure. Okay.
Dude, we had a referee. Luke refed it.
Okay, yeah, if you got a ref, it
Luke
counts.
can count for
If
sure.
there's a ref, it counts.
I would count that.
Yeah.
For sure.
It was like we did an in-house tournament to get ready for a tournament, and I think somebody was getting me like, fuck, I'll do it, But I'll throw on the gi, at least the gi top every once in a while. When Felicia and I when she lived closer and she was like training more, but she just moved back, so she'll be so I'm sure she'll be a bunch more now. But anytime she was getting prepared for something, I'd throw on like the top so she could work on some stuff on me.
Did you compete much in the gi?
I competed a little bit at blue belt and a little bit at purple belt, but that's about it. I trained in it a bit at white and then a bit at brown, mostly like purple and blue. I trained a lot in the gi. When I was first coming up, that's just.
But
train. It's like, all right, yeah. And the guys that I rolled with were really good, both in the gi and no gi, and it wasn't like it is now. Like nobody was really doing spider guard back then. It was more old school Gracie style jiu-jitsu, like.
Less sport.
Yeah, I remember in as a purple belt, people were starting to do De La Hiva, and like one guy at our gym did De La Hiva, and
really,
so
that's that new.
Yeah, like De La Hiva wasn't really a thing before 2012. Really, maybe guys were like probably just getting really good at it, but it wasn't like a common thing.
Yeah,
so it wasn't like a super sport style jiu-jitsu. It was like a gi style of like a lot of just traditional half guard, deep half. Close guard stuff, old school style jiu-jitsu, which was cool. But I got some buddies, especially like old school jiu-jitsu guys, they were just like, man, Brazilian guys especially, like, man, this guy, he needs to work on his ground game. He needs to throw the gi back on, man. Like, this guy's an MMA fighter, man. I know he doesn't need to throw the gi on. For what? How many times a week is he going to do?
I think that the argument's kind of silly, but I would say, like, is there a place for gi jiu-jitsu in training? If that's the best training environment that you can get, and there's no gi options, and that happens to be some of the best guys in the world training in the gi, then jump on the mats with them. But if you can train in the no gi against high level and have high level coaching,
for sure.
I think it'll be fun after I'm done fighting to do gi though.
Yeah,
I feel like it's like feeling like a weight.
You haven't been put in worm guard long enough. Is worm guard the one where they like wrap?
Yeah, I think they wrap it under your leg type thing, and through their leg, through your leg, across it. I played with it a little bit at brown belt, just to see what it was about, and it's super annoying. It's really easy to sweep guys from there. Hard to untangle yourself as the defender. Yeah. I think exactly what you said though is why, like, the argument that most of those guys have, those jiu-jitsu guys, is like, Like, dude, he doesn't even throw the gi on. Why would this person throw the gi on? They're like, all I'm saying is all the best guys that I knew growing up did a lot of gi. I'm like, well, yeah. There was one no-gi class a week and 5 gi. If you train 6 times a week, you're going to be better than the guy who trains just once a week.
Yeah,
like,
exactly.
Yeah, of course.
And no-gi wasn't even really a thing that much.
So like 2015, like no-gi was off-season gi. It was like, it's the summer, it's too hot for the gi.
Like the Greco to freestyle in Canada.
Yeah.
It's just like an afterthought.
That it started from people like not being able to afford gis.
Well, there was like the lucha libre. Is that what it was? Lucha libre, and wasn't that the like no gi style in Brazil?
I think so.
Yeah. But yeah, I feel like it wasn't really a thing until they started doing like sub only. Like, oh, let's just do no. IBJJF got huge till like 2014, and it was like, all right, fuck all these points, the stupid like advantage and guard pulling crap. Like, you get a pass and then do nothing. Like, all right, just like let's sub only. Like, if you can submit the guy or who gets closer to submitting them. And it started with no gi, and then I feel like that's surpassed gi. And it's way better. It's way more fun to watch.
Yeah, it's way more exciting.
Yeah, I was thinking that with like freestyle wrestling, like us as a team, like is there a place for freestyle wrestling in your training right now? And go in and risk working ground wrestling for an hour and a half or working a cross ankle defense for, a whole practice. Like, I think if the closer you can kind of get it to what we're doing is the best.
For sure.
Ideally.
Yeah. If you want to spend a session doing something obscure and just like dive
in, just to mess around, like enjoy it.
Afternoon for fun. That's cool, but I don't want to spend one of our,
like real sessions.
10 sessions a week. I don't want to spend one of those doing gut wrenches. Or like
gut wrench defense.
Spider guard with the with the gi on. I'm like, all right. I think there's definite benefits. It's better than not training for MMA. And it's like a different type of strength conditioning. Like your grips, especially if you don't do gi very often, afterwards your forearms are shot. Right? If you do gi all the time, you're used to it. But just like that squeeze, it's like a different type of squeeze, right? Just like, or like the constantly trying to pull away like your upper back and neck from trying to disengage grips. Like, it's good for that.
I mean, really, so is tennis,
Yeah.
So
you can like,
I was just telling the guys, like, man, like how, if like talking about people with like backgrounds in sports, I'm like, I think tennis would be a sick one to have. Just like how,
agility,
like darting from side to side and transferring your weight and then like smacking the ball and then being able to like dart side to side, front and back. That'd probably be a sick sport to have as a. If there's any tennis players out there, come join. You'll be a natural. What would you say is the best background to have?
Soccer, I think.
Soccer? Or what's a good background?
Just because I did. No.
Soccer for sure.
Yeah, any type of like combat sport.
Yeah, background in anything.
Yeah.
I think if we're talking about it like as MMA or like building athletes, I'd say like the 3 main schools of thought on that would be like the number one, like the Russian Soviet style of gymnastics.
Yeah. I think
that where it's like if you can really control and conquer your body, it's easier to then take your body and do other things with it. The second would be based kind of what you said there, where it's like the more you can do, the better. Like diversity of sports. So if you grow up playing like tennis, hockey, volleyball, soccer, baseball, like all this different stuff, wrestling. It's like, okay, you've sprinted, you've done long distance running through soccer and kicking something. You're like skating. Like how awkward is it to learn how to control your body in that way, or like and wrestling and whatever. It's like the more you do different stuff, the more adaptable your body's going to be, or just the opposite being like specialization early on. Like, all right, you're gonna be, but you have less transferability.
Yeah,
on, right?
For
so
sure.
You're gonna be a tennis player. We're training you to be a tennis player when you're 3 years old until you're an adult. And if you try to go from tennis to then wrestling at 20, like you're probably screwed.
For sure. I think it just depends the training environment too. Like from a specialist, like there's these new age kids that are coming up and starting with MMA at the age of 7 or 6.
Yeah, like look at Aiden.
Right? Like, but if they have a training environment that like challenges them in so many different ways in the strength program, or like just so much different variety within being the MMA specialist, I think it can work. But I think there'll always be a place for like the specialists that come up, even in 20 years from now. You don't think it's going to just all be Aidens.
No.
And Aiden's sick, but I'm just saying, like, I don't think it's it's going to disappear where there's a straight wrestler till he's 19 and then transitions into it, or kickboxer who's climbs the ranks and then transitions. I think there always be a place for that.
There's always going to be,
If you're a 25-year-old Olympic champion wrestler and you want to make the jump, like, you can probably do it. Like, you're so good at that. It's something where, okay, you're better than everyone else in the UFC or in fighting at one aspect. Like, okay, you already have, you can dominate everyone with that. You can add, you have to add the jiu-jitsu and the striking on the side, assuming it's a wrestler. But especially wrestling, like, okay, I can dictate where this fight happens, and odds are you can't stop me from making the decision. Yeah. That's no one has advantage. Yeah. Right?
And I think there's value in even like some of the kickboxers like Pereira and Izzy, who for them it was kickboxing, but to reach like the pinnacle in something, to be the elite of the elite, you have to know what it takes to be the elite of the elite in that thing. And so when they transferred over to MMA, they know what it takes to get to the highest level in their sport. Now they just got to do it in other sports. So.
I don't think I actually planned that or anything. I just was making small goals, and then it's now it just kind of makes sense, whereas before I'd be like, oh, I'm gonna just take a fight and we'll see how it goes, and I just follow my feelings, whatever if I'm enjoying it, I keep doing it. And then obviously there's gonna be days that you don't enjoy, but overall, am I enjoying the journey? I'm gonna keep enjoying it.
Yeah, that's really cool, because some people watch it on TV and they're like, I want to be a UFC champion, and that's why they start. That was you. So the complete opposite.
Mine was the exact opposite.
Yeah, that's cool.
First time I saw it on TV, I was like, that's for sure what I'm going to do. I'm going to do that. I'm going to be it was just right off the bat, I'm going to be a champion. I'm going to fight in the UFC. That's all I want to do. And everything was just all right, how do I get from this to that? And
do everything you need to do to get to that point.
Yeah.
That's so interesting.
And sometimes really limiting thoughts, which I'm glad it didn't stop me from continuing to train. But I remember doing one of my first jiu-jitsu classes and getting submitted by a guy. And I'm getting submitted by this guy. How am I going to be a champion? It's dude, you're 13. You don't know anything yet. Yeah, exactly.
It's so interesting you say that, because that's we've had conversations about this over the years about well, where am I going to really go with this starting this late? I'm well, that doesn't matter. This is what you're training for. Let's do that. And then,
we'll see.
But to start that, being this is what I want, it seems like having such a big goal at the beginning where, like you said, you get tapped out in jiu-jitsu practice and you're this is, how am I going to do this? Impressive that you were able to stay the course when you had such a lofty goal from the get-go.
I thought that was how you had to do it. I didn't think of any other way. I heard Canelo say something similar to you, where he never considered being a world champion. He just trained and was oh, I'll take a fight. That'll be cool. And then it was just one after the other. I'm damn, you can get to that level by, I think I was 20 before it even occurred to me, maybe even older, before it even occurred to me that was a possibility. I'm I thought you just had to think that you were.
I thought
a little bit of delusion.
Delusion, I thought it I remember watching the UFC in the first my first time, and then being oh, that's so cool. And I remember seeing an arm bar, and I remember thinking, I wonder if I just let it break, And then now being in the sport for so long, I still have that question. But
I hope we never see, because I feel like I know what
exactly. It's just a broken arm. I've done it to people in fights. You break their arm.
No, she's talking about getting her arm broken.
Yeah, letting it break. Yeah. It's you're gonna get a broken arm. Yeah.
And but I never thought there was a route to getting to the UFC. I just thought that's something people did. I didn't think that was ever a way. There wasn't a way to get there. Yeah. And then even until I started fighting, then I was oh, there is a route that, and it kind of all made sense. But I mean, it was years, because I saw the first the UFC back when Chuck Liddell and shit like that. Yeah. But then I didn't find out for 15 years later. Oh, there is a route.
I've ever told this story on film, but I've probably told you before. One of the first times we ever hung out, I brought her to the Pan Am Games, and dude, Just like triggered.
And she said,
I'm sweating.
And she said what?
She said, we're at the Pan
this,
Am Games. Like, I think Javon was wrestling Jordan Burroughs next or something. It was a huge tournament. And she's like, wrestling doesn't even look that hard. Like, it's not that. It doesn't look that hard. I'm just like,
literally shaking.
I'm just like,
oh, so how are you getting home?
Yeah. It's like, poured my life in this sport. I'm like, how dare you?
The worst part is, you're like, oh yeah, give it a try. And now she's one of the
exactly. Oh, we'll see, baby.
See, I told you it was the She's like, God damn it, I thought you were going to get your ass kicked.
Hey, it's not that hard.
Dude, win the belt, get on the mic. See, Chris, I told you it was
Right.
Oh my God. That's so funny. That was early on.
But, I mean, they do make it look not hard.
Yeah.
Like, at the highest level when they're throwing guys.
Until you do it, you don't understand what hand fighting is. And like it's
even guys that do it, you even get like kind of lower level guys that aren't fighting at an elite level. It's like, oh, you hear it from those guys. You're like, dude, you understand how exhausting being up against the fence with that clinch is? Like, these guys getting one hard scramble, one long 15-second scramble, and stand back up, and you're like, what? They went hard for like 15 seconds, and to them, the whole room's spinning.
Fucking
like, holy crap. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
It's like insane.
Did you watch like something like, I don't know, like a slam dunk competition or like gymnastics? It looks so cool what they're doing. Like if someone can do a backflip, just to do a single backflip, like that looks amazing. But you got someone with like a good inside collar tie who knows how to pressure and snap from the shoulders and stuff, and like really put wear on you. Yeah, it doesn't look that impressive.
Well, there's that, but then also like head kicking a dude is one of the more badass.
Definitely, striking definitely.
Yeah, you knock somebody out, like blast somebody off their feet, take their back and strangle them.
Yeah. Well, striking has like the cool endings and the cool moves, but to me, like we watch it, watching your fight, me like just look at how great Mike's footwork and angles are, man. Like, look at him, he can't be touched. His feints, this guy doesn't know where he is. Look at the angle he just created.
It's all up.
Yeah.
It's funny to hear different fans and people who are kind of involved in the sport talk about fighters, and then hear high-level fighters talk about guys. Like, some of the guys that I love, I'm a huge fan of, I hear other people talk about them, and I'm like, what are you talking about? There's this guy on Instagram that was talking about a pay-per-view coming, and he's like, man, why do they keep putting Mateus Gamrot on main cards? This guy's the most boring fighter in the UFC, whatever. I'm like, dude, Mateus Gamrot is one of my favorite fighters to watch. That guy's unreal, just grappling scramble after scramble. Like, this guy makes like grappling super exciting. Yeah. Like, that hadn't occurred to me that people weren't fans of his. Yeah. Like, blows my mind. Or like another guy, I feel like a bunch of people don't give him the respect as like a Grant Dawson, where like fans
Grant Dawson is incredible, man.
Love necessarily watching him. But I was backstage at, I think it was UFC 311, talking with a bunch of other fighters, and all the other fighters like, that guy's so good. Like, I love watching him. Like, yes, thank you. I got to interview him after because I talked to the Sportsnet guys. I was like, I just want to ask him questions about what he's doing because he's really good. Like, I love that guy.
Basically, those fans are like the Jasmine at the Pan Ams. It doesn't look that hard.
Exactly.
What's a 2.5-minute scramble? That's not that hard. Just rolling around.
Well, I have these creative ideas. Yeah, I bet you do, dude.
But that's why they've talked about this before with the Olympics. If they have like the 100-meter dash, have just one regular guy just running beside them.
They pull out of the crowd or something.
Have one fight every card. It's like, on the prelims, and it's just a regular tough guy fighting just a regular UFC guy.
Yeah.
And you get to see
versus a regular UFC guy. Okay. Yeah. I thought you were saying two regular dudes fighting each other, because the problem with that is those fights are super
entertaining. They might look sick,
They're super entertaining because they don't know what they're doing.
It's like Gaethje Holloway.
They both have their chins up, hands up. It's like somebody gets knocked out and then they look like they know what they're doing. It's like, no, you just both are awful at this.
You need one guy from the comment section versus just a regular.
A guy who's about to get cut.
Yeah.
It's like, okay, you're about to get cut. Fight a guy who has no idea what he's doing and just show the UFC, hey, this guy's the worst. The worst guy that we have here, we're getting rid of him because he's not good enough. This is what he would do to you guys. 1, 2, 3, go.
Perfect. We solved it.
That's it.
Yeah. If they do this, we should get some percentage for this or something.
What do you think is like one thing that most people don't actually know about?
I would say like consistency with diet. Like in camp and having to do that. It's like people will diet for a little while and it's like the end of the world. Whereas we always have to be aware of what we're freaking shoveling into our mouth.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
I'd
And
say
sometimes,
that's
for me, sometimes it's the opposite, where it's probably the same for you, where it's like, okay, well, log your calories. I'm like,
you're
getting
not
ready for
eating
bed, and I'm
enough.
like, okay, well, I need another 1,200 calories before bed. Like a bunch of food in my face.
Yeah. Do you have like a go-to?
Yeah, I've been drinking a lot of milk lately. That's
Nice.
Nice chocolate milk.
No, just
regular,
straight, like high protein milk, like so
really?
just filtered differently, just to get a ton of protein. I'm like, okay, I can get
like 2%.
The 2%, but the like 1.5 or double protein in the milk. So it's nothing added. It's just the way it's filtered.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So I'm just get an extra 500
crush some of that. Yeah, milk's an easy way to put on some calories.
Yeah, exactly.
That's why Aaron. I was like cooking one day, and he was doing a nutrition call with someone, and they were asking about putting on like trying to eat more. They're like, I'm getting so full, I can't eat. And he said that you have to drink your calories, and then that way you'll be able to put more on. So I always think of that whenever people talk about like, putting on weight. That's how I tell you have a protein shake and stuff, so it doesn't like fill you up too much, but you can still.
Or the protein shake, that's the call. Right?
Yeah.
Just
going to that question though, I would say, not that I'm in your shoes, but I would say exactly what you said, the consistency, but then over time, like you'll get people that can be consistent for like a month or do it for a couple months.
Yeah. Even like 3 years, you can get people who are consistent for 3 years. I'm like, I don't have my results.
10 years or 15 years or whatever it's been, that's something. Yeah. To be like dedicated for that long. And not everything that you're doing, and obviously everything you're doing, but a lot of things that you have to give up. Yeah. Like especially before you get to the big show, like you have to give up probably having a house. A lot of people don't get to drive a nice car. They don't get to go on trips. Like all the sacrifice that you got to make, all the sacrifices you have to make. Like how we lived for 7 years. You know what I mean? When we're like in our 30s and you're like, people are buying houses and doing all this stuff and having jobs and careers, and in the back of your mind you're like, okay, is this all for nothing?
Vacations.
Like, going on vacations and
enjoying life.
Yeah.
Well, I think that's actually probably the biggest one is, like you're saying, the consistency, but the amount of time it takes where you're like, oh man, I'll do this. Like, okay, I'm gonna work really hard for like 2 years, and then I'll start making money. It's like you're gonna you can get people who are consistent for 2 years, 3 years, and it's like they're not even decent yet. Or you're like, okay, now you can start having amateur fights or like amateur MMA fights, or they're like, man, okay, train out for 3 years, be in the UFC. Like you're not even gonna be a good amateur by then. Like you'll probably be a decent amateur if you're really working hard. And then add another at least 3-4 years after you go pro before getting to the UFC. Now you're 7 years deep, and that's if it's going well.
Yeah, right? You don't have like a big injury that takes you out for 6 months or a year, like what Elias is going through right now.
Yeah.
And to not let that deter you. Like that kid, man.
Or Keenan, like being in here every day doing strength conditioning on one leg.
And then even if that doesn't happen, knowing that could happen. Like, that is, knock on wood, that's like knowing you could put all that work in. You could put in 6 years of work or 8 years of work and not see a dime. Yeah.
That's probably what people that watch the UFC don't realize. It's like the
risk versus reward type thing,
or even like the pictures of the icebergs, where it's like what you see versus like what it took to get there. It's like, dude, this was not a pick it up hobby type thing, like just win a couple fights and get here type thing. It's a lifetime of grinding.
What keeps you guys motivated during that like lifetime?
Probably just all my insecurities.
To identify with it, nothing without it.
I'm laughing, but I'm also getting a little bit serious. Like, that's okay. That makes me feel like I actually have value. I'm like, okay, I'm actually good at something. Like, okay, without this,
my dad loves me.
But I also just think that's part of life. Is like, it's probably what this generation's kind of missing, and like this, a lot of the mental health stuff where it's like, I feel like I don't have I feel kind of depressed, or I'm lost, and what am I doing? It's like, get good at something that makes you feel valuable. I feel like that is a legitimate thing, like bringing value to, like being valuable. Be like, okay, no, I can do things. I can help people. Like I can actually bring something to the table. I think it's a legitimate good thing.
Yeah.
I think in some ways, letting it run your life is unhealthy, but at the same time, it's like, it feels good to feel valued or valued by having skills.
Yeah, and to like it makes you have structure and discipline and all that. Like it forces all these good habits that like are involved with that as well.
I think sometimes people get into it for maybe the wrong reasons, like money or whatever. That's the wrong reason. I'm not saying that's the wrong reason.
Guys.
Or what?
To knock out rep guys.
Yeah, to knock out rep guys. Or for the Instagram followers or whatever it is, the approval of others. People get into it for that reason, but it can change over time.
Yeah, exactly.
I remember like years ago I was talking about this, like with hurting people. I don't know if you want this discussed or anything, but like, you remember that?
What?
When you kind of like stepped away from it and you're coaching, you had the injuries and stuff, talking about like hurting people. Like you don't want to necessarily hurt people, and you don't know, can you be in this sport without being that type of person? And certainly I think you can, but
yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
I think I think it's healthy to have motivations change too as you age. Like they're recognizing the mortality of just humans in life. It's like, oh shit, bad things really can happen. And I'm like, oh, those things that I'm doing to people in the gym do add up. Like part of what I think you're talking about is like, I used to sleep dudes in the gym and really tried to. I'm like, oh, you got knocked out. That's on you. I was trying to knock you out. Yeah. And you didn't keep your hands up. Like you should have kept your hands up. Just didn't really. That was just the way it was. I mean, I'm new to the UFC, but I started in like the old school style of training. Like that's the way the old school style.
You didn't have any amateur fights?
Not MMA. No, I had amateur Muay Thai and kickboxing, but I didn't have any amateur MMA. But yeah, just like, okay, knock a dude out in the gym. Like, sucks to suck, dude. Try better next time. Keep your hands up, keep your chin down. Which like definitely makes you tough, but then part of the stepping away from fighting for a while, part of it was, dude, I don't want to be doing that. Yeah. That sucks. But also just, I don't do that to guys in the gym anymore. And if anything, I'm performing better in fights. So, you know, I mean, we've talked about it a bunch. Like, I don't ever try to hurt somebody in the gym. Like, I try to outclass people. And like show how I could have hurt you or whatever, but not. I don't think I've given anybody a concussion since I came back to fighting. At least,
you're the epitome. You have the most knockout finishes of anyone on the team. How many first round finishes? Like,
first round. I think 8 first round.
8 first round finishes.
9 first round. 8 first round finishes, and then 11 finishes.
Yeah. And have never knocked on wood. Knocking on wood a lot today. Never hurt someone in the room. And all the time that I've been coaching.
I think one thing, it's like when somebody's injured, then they're still in the gym a lot of the time. Like look at Elias, for example. Maybe he's not able to do the practices, but he still comes and does like his own work at the same time. So he's not really like out of the practices. I think it like still kind of keeping that consistency is like cool in that community and all that kind of stuff is like one like unique thing that we do.
Yeah. I'd say one thing that is, it's kind of in line with that, where if somebody's hurt, they're still at the gym, like just being at practice is expected. It's weird to miss practice here, which I've been at other places where it's not, when you've got a fight, you come in more consistently. And then if you don't have a fight, you come in whenever you want. Or one problem at other places that I've noticed is potentially having too many sessions available to guys, where it's like nobody's able to do all of the sessions. So you pick and choose almost buffet style which sessions you want to do. And that's not the case.
Only a couple each. Because it has to get kind of like too many choices.
Exactly. Yeah. But it also makes people not being at practice more acceptable and understandable because there's so many other options. Whereas here it's like, no, we have our morning practices. You show up to the morning practices. Like I have a slightly different schedule just because I also train with crew. So like I'm at crew's gym, but that's what I do every Tuesday. Like I don't.
But it's still, you went over it with the coaches and both coaches know everything like that. Like it's the same, really.
But I think that's special about this gym. Like if Aaron's not at practice on Monday for wrestling, I'm like, is he in Florida? Is he hurt? Is he okay? Like what if any of the guys don't show up? I'm like, are they good? You okay? Call him later, text him like, hey man, everything okay? It's like a lot of other places. It's just, you go when you go.
And there's places that do it differently too and are successful. Like I know we were at a Bangtao and it's like a mega gym. Like they have,
Mm-hmm.
So many sessions. There's no coach
yeah.
holding any one athlete accountable, but I think for like developing athletes especially, and then at the end of a career, like having that team, that tight-knit support system, I think there's so much value in that. Like it has to be that way. To do it just like pick your own, it would be really tough.
And it is an individual sport, but you definitely need a team to be able to do that.
Yeah, it's not an individual sport like boxing. Boxing seems lonely. With boxing, I feel like boxing would be a depressing sport to do. Because it's you and your coach and maybe like a training partner, somebody else who's kind of on the same journey, but like your coach trains them at 6 and you at 7.
Yeah.
And you're hitting the bag and running and you bring in a sparring partner and beat the shit out of them. And you and your coach go on trips. Like this, at least, it's individual, but we're all doing this together.
Yeah,
like
exactly.
when you and I both have fights, and it's like we're both on the same court. Like 2 weddings, let's go.
Yeah,
Like,
and how many people come out and everything. Yeah.
No, it's
awesome.
It's a much less individual sport. I would say. It's a lot less lonely than other individual sports.
Teammates. Who is the funniest person on the team? There's different types of humor, but
I think Luke.
The Duke?
Yeah, Luke is the funniest. I think Luke's the funniest.
Luke might be the funniest, and Nico might be the most fun to make fun of.
Oh, he is the best to make fun. He is the funnest.
It is. Yeah. It's a joy to make fun of Nico.
Everyone's kind of joking around, making fun of each other, and he walks in the room, and it's just late. There's blood in the water, Nico's ear.
But you know what's so cool about it is he's cool about it. It wouldn't be fun if we were actually hurting his feelings or something. I hope we're not.
No, he was talking about it yesterday. He's like, bro, I've been ripping on him more since my fight. And he goes, dude, you got so much funnier in the last few weeks. I don't know what it is. I'm like, I've just been meaner to you. But I'm like, but I feel like I can do that because we're friends. Like, I'm not just genuinely hating on
Mike's up there for funniest on the team. You have some zingers,
sneaky ones that come out of nowhere. Yeah.
As far as one of the funniest, obviously,
Howie's funny.
Howie's a funny character, man.
Yeah.
Donnie is a sleeper for funniest on the team, and I'll tell you why. Because he's more low-key funny, but for Donnie, and me and him, I both think we share this, is like we have a very dark sense of humor. The most underrated on the team right now. Who's the next? The next, Aiden?
Underrated Aiden. Yeah.
Maybe not underrated in this room because everyone here knows, but for sure.
He's young, he can't get any fights right now.
He's an animal.
He's a savage.
Actually, no, Aiden sucks. Anyone that's looking at matchups.
You should definitely fight him if you're thinking about it. You should definitely fight him.
He's only 18. He's got a baby face. I don't think
he's got a baby face.
No face on
it. Think you can't beat that guy?
Savage.
Yeah, he's a beast.
I think Danielle's a sleeper. I'm excited for her future.
Killer,
yeah, she's a sick.
She's a killer. She got to show a lot of it in that first fight, although it didn't go her first way.
I know, but still, that chick she fought was so good too.
Yeah. She's got this.
Yeah.
This is hard to teach, and she's got that.
Yeah, and she's down to work hard, and
dedicated.
She's got the whole package.
Yeah. And someone that's not doing it because she has to, because she's a freaking nurse.
Yeah, I know.
Like,
she'll come off a midnight shift and then come to practice.
She's a nurse.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I know.
She could be making money. All these guys, we don't have no choice.
Yeah, exactly.
What else are you gonna do?
Yeah. When I traveled with her, she brought her like nursing books. She's like staying up, like trying to stay up with it and everything. Yeah. No, she's
on the ball, just like Cody.
Yeah.
Yeah. We won't rip into Cody too bad. He's forgetful from time to time.
Yeah.
Doesn't forget how to fight though.
No,
that's for him, sure.
Mm-hmm. Who's the biggest athlete on the most athletic
natural athlete?
Yeah, natural athlete.
Mikey is a good natural athlete.
Mm-hmm.
Pow's a natural athlete.
Mm-hmm.
But your coach.
Don's like just a horse.
Oh, he's actual horse.
Like a different type of athlete.
Yeah.
I think for just pure athlete, I would get to Powell. Just for like athleticism, balance, like just how naturally gifted he is. He's a freak athlete. But Donnie in a different way.
Donnie is like I remember one time shooting it. He didn't even know I was shooting on him. He was like talking to Chris like this and shooting. And I shot into him. It was like, douche. Like I fell back. And I was shooting as hard as I could.
He's made of concrete.
It's insane.
He's made of concrete, but he's got like freak balance.
Yeah.
Because sometimes guys like that are like that concrete feel, you can like,
them over,
you can tip them, or you can like foot sweep them or something. He's just like impossible to knock off balance.
Balancing is a joke against him.
You're not nothing.
Yeah, it's like you all off balance yourself trying to do
roots in his feet. Yeah.
Yeah.
Where Powell, you can hit something on him, but he's like, ping. He's like a fucking cat.
Yeah, he is explosive. He doesn't look as explosive as he is.
No.
Yeah, I can see super explosive. Especially once he lost the weight, he like trained.
Oh yeah.
Got massive, super overweight, and then just trained through it with this 50-pound weight vest of fat on him, and just once he shed that, was it just took his athleticism to a freak new level. Just building absolute watermelon.
Oh, dude, if you can fight when you're 280 pounds, imagine what you can do when you're like 190.
Yeah.
Everybody should. What? I got one more. It's freaking so hot. What is your proudest moment in your career as an athlete, as a fighter? What was like your proudest moment?
I would say like that after that Cachoeira fight and everything, and like meeting Dane after that and finding about like the record and it being in Toronto and like that the nerves going into that fight and all that kind of shit. I think that was like a really big moment for me. But like I think especially because I was in Toronto and stuff.
Yeah.
I'm glad you enjoyed that night.
No.
Mine was not that night. No, honestly, definitely one of the biggest like Rocky Balboa moments in my career is my second pro fight when I was 19. We both took it on like a week's notice, and I had a massive weight cut to get to 145 because I was originally supposed to fight at 55, and then my opponent fell through, and they're like, "Yeah, we're not getting you anybody." And I woke up, and the promoter, who was a friend of mine, was like, "Hey, I got you an opponent." This is in Halifax, where I was living at the time. He's like, "Hey, I got you an opponent, but he's from Toronto, and I can't afford to fly him in and pay you, so you're fighting for free." And it's Michael Imparato, who at the time I was 1-0 in 19, and he was 3-0, and like, killing everybody in jiu-jitsu, and like had all this hype behind him. The Fight Network did segments on him. Like the next guy to go to the UFC or whatever. I was like, oh shit. Like I was a very mediocre blue belt in jiu-jitsu, and he was like a purple belt world champion in no-gi. It was like, had all the
accolades already.
Yeah, he trained full-time with Wooly, who was like my wrestling coach basically at the time. I almost never wrestled ever. It's like, and on the East Coast, my coach, when I asked him, like, "Hey, I need to learn how to wrestle more," like, "I don't know how to wrestle." He goes, "But wrestling's how you get injured." I'm like, "All right, I'm just gonna not learn how to wrestle." Fuck.
It's not wrong, but
he's not wrong, but he should probably learn how to do it. And but yeah, then he came out, and I remember just thinking, "Oh, wait, this guy's got a lot of hype around him," and like my wrestling coach when I'm back home is like, that's his up and coming guy. And then I ended up armbarring him in the first round, submitted him, and it was just like this I was so nervous before the fight. It's like this moment of overcoming that adversity. And I remember like standing up, like he took me down. I rocked him with the right hand and like stepped in to like almost like stagger for a second because I didn't realize, like it caught me off guard. He double legged and took me down. I was like in guard. I'm like, oh crap, I'm in guard, and there's a decent amount of time left. I like elbowed him a couple of times, and he postured up. And I just like, well, just try something. Started climbing up to high guard, and took his shoulder out of high guard. I'm like, oh, I can armbar him. Threw the armbar over. I'm like, I've got this. He like picked me up and slammed me on my head, but I was so excited about the armbar, I didn't realize I got slammed on my head. I rolled him through and just armbarred him, and he tapped. Fucking way, and I turn up, and it was in a ring, not a cage. So I turn to my corner, and I look in the corner. It's actually his corner. I'm like, oh. And then turn around and look at the other corner, and like it felt like there was just a sea of people jumping over the ring. Like everybody, my whole team jumped onto the ring and into the ring, and you can see like in the video the commission trying to stop like those like gates that they have to stop people from coming. Everyone's jumping over. There's like 30 people in the ring. It was like third, fourth fight of the night. There's still like 5 fights, and it's like full like a main event type thing where everyone just jumped in, and guys are like hugging each other because Imparato was a dick, and he was being a dick the whole time, at weigh-ins and everything, and like, you know, they knew I had a lot of potential, but I was also 19 and young and hadn't had really had one MMA fight before that and like a couple kickboxing fights, but not a lot of experience. And I was like, ooh, this might be a big step up for the kid.
Yeah.
So that felt like a big moment.
That's cool.
That's cool.
That one was really, I was pretty proud of.
Yeah.
I can imagine everyone just jumping over the cage. That's so sick.
Oh yeah, it's cool. You see, like my friend recorded it on like some just regular digital camera, and it's like zoomed in. But you see like Gavin Tucker fights in the UFC.
Yeah.
And he's like hugging his friend and hugging some of our friends, and everybody's just like, "Oh my god, he fucking did it!"
Yeah.
Like did not. I feel like most people were like, I think this might be the one where Malott gets.
Yeah. Like this is a call test for him.
Yeah.
That's sick.
Nice. Scrap.
Yeah.
It's a cool one.
What's yours?
Mine?
Your wrestling.
Off the top of my head, I would say you two fighting in Montreal, man. Both finishes. Biggest fights of your career. Scary opponents.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I know
definitely
Montreal
most
like,
recent, but definitely.
You have to do back-to-back too. Like,
back.
Are all excited, and I'm in the back. Like the energy change from oh my god, that was the performance of the night for sure. Unreal performance. You just stomped world champion.
Yeah.
Like, oh my god, what a performance! Like, okay, dial it back. Like, I can't carry this. Nice, we did it. Energy into me. I'm like, I didn't do it. Not me. You guys did it. I haven't done anything yet. I still got to do this. Come on, reset.
No,
even just like you running back and having just coming in. I'm like, hey, make sure you change your shirt. You're like, oh no, I know. I'm just like, cool. Like, I got to.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Just, like,
well, that's what I wonder is like what it's like on you too, though.
Mm-hmm.
Obviously, it's working and stuff, and it hasn't been an issue. But that's what I always think too. Is like I'm coming back, and that's the first thing I'm thinking is like this is like that's behind us now, and this has to be refocused. Actually, in this time specifically, since it was right back to back, I don't know if you remember, but you were lined up at the like in the change room, and it was like Andre standing beside me. He's like, "Let's go, fuck yeah!" And then I just was like shaking. My hands were shaking. I just fucking walked into the bathroom, and I just like. I leaned over like this. It's like, oh, fuck, just fucking happened. Like, I just, like, had to take a breath and like, refocus and all that. But, yeah, it was crazy. Crazy. Hard to complain. Like, poor me, this is what I got to do. Exactly. But it's challenging. It's challenging to, like, just kind of, you got to switch.
You got to turn it off and back into game mode.
Yeah. It's almost like when you see guys in a fight, I'm almost thinking like the Tim Kennedy Yoel Romero fight, where like he basically TKO'd Yoel Romero and was like, I got him. Or somebody like thinks they finished the fight, like yes, it's over. Or Anderson Silva, Michael Bisping thinks he knocked him out. Like yes, you shut your mind off to fighting. Like finally, for months I've been thinking about this and it's done. I won. Yes, I can finally let go. And then the ref's like, hey, no, it's not done.
Yeah,
that's the end of the round. You guys are still going. It's like, fuck, I got to put myself back into that.
Yeah.
That's a big reset.
Shift. It is,
as an athlete, but as a coach too, right?
Big reset. Yeah. But guys do it. Like look at Eric Nixon or John Wood or Tom Cavanaugh. These guys that have multiple fighters. I mean, you've done it before in the UFC, right? Where you got multiple guys.
Yeah, I did it with. I kind of had the opposite where I had Darren Elkins and Uriah Faber this night. So Elkins lost a tough decision to Ryan Hall. So like, okay, don't carry that energy. That energy into fight with Faber. But then also being in the back, Fieldy wins by head kick over Shaylin Moraes. One of those the Brazilian dude kicked him in the head, knocked him out. Unreal win. And we had like another couple guys fight, and they were Josh Emmett knocked out Mirsad Bektik that night with the jab. Like unreal performances. It was weird. Like 6 guys fight that night at UFC in Sacramento.
You cornered 6 guys.
No, I cornered.
Oh, but the team, still, you're still invested.
But still, the highs and lows of each fight. You're emotionally invested in each of them.
Yeah, and like weird stuff that I remember happening in the back too. Even like we had Benito Lopez fought. And he's in the octagon, and we're in the back watching on TV. Some of the other coaches, like me, Danny Castillo, and there's somebody else back there. But then, Joey and a few of the other guys are out there with Benito. We're watching the fight on TV. I'm like, Bro, he's got a beaded bracelet on right now. They forgot to take off his beaded bracelet.
Way.
And so Castillo just never letting anybody live anything down, turns to the commissioner. He's like, one of you's gonna get fired. Like, just starts growing up. And they're like, no, bro, that wasn't me. That wasn't me. I'm not the one who's like, no, the other guy's in there with him. But he had a beaded bracelet on. And somebody's dumbass, it's one of those elastic, like, and somebody's like, oh, well, let's take it off of him. Let's fucking cut it. So they cut it, and then beads go everywhere. Like, you die. It's elastic. Just take it off of his gloves, man, bro.
Oh, my God.
Yeah, so that's hilarious. But yeah, just all that stuff happening in the back. We had, I can't remember the Chinese fighter's name at the moment. Ping, I think was his name. He lost that night. Elkins lost as well. Tough decision. Feely won. Brilliant knockout. Emmett won. Beautiful knockout, and then Faber's coming back. Who was the other person? It was one other person that night. I can't remember who the other person was. But Faber fought, and it was his coming out of retirement fight. So it's in Sacramento.
Peter Young?
No, the one before that, Ricky Simone.
Oh, right.
And so we're waiting in the back, and it was supposed to be the main event, but he's like, dude, I was retired 6 weeks ago. No, I don't want to do 5 rounds. I was retired. Not even like I wasn't ready for a fight. I wasn't ready for fighting. 6 weeks ago, like I'll fight in Sacramento if you guys are coming, but I don't want to,
do 5 rounds.
Don't want to do 5 rounds. So they had Aspen Ladd versus somebody else main event, but the real main event was Faber and Simone. So they do like the long walkout like it's a main event. So we're sitting like way in the back with all the like crates and shit. They put everything and all the camera stuff, and it's like silent, and then you just hear the California Love by Blackstreet come on, like and the building starts shaking. Everyone's cheering so loud, and Faber did the like shortest warm up I've ever seen of anyone. We hit mitts 45 seconds a minute, and he goes, I'm good, man. And
no way.
I was like, dude, are you sure you're good? He's like, yeah, man, I just saw Emmett warm up for like an hour. That's way too much. I'm like, we can do between.
Can we split it?
We just need to be one or the other.
45 seconds in 1 hour. There's a lot of time in between.
Yeah. So he just like kind of bounced around. He like did a little bit of this in the back. But we hit mitts for maybe 45 seconds.
Crazy.
Like no warm up. And then he just kind of like shadow box and then, but he's one of those guys who just like turns it on and he gets in there. We're kind of pacing. It's just like chilling in the back, and then the music comes on, and you hear it, and you hear the building vibrate. You just see him like perk up, like he's just,
like he just got the energy.
Like just someone just turned him on. He's like, oh, okay, it's go time. Yeah, exactly. That's kind of how. And he walks out there and just knocks out Ricky Simone in like 30 seconds. Or it was first knockout win of his career.
Good thing he didn't waste his energy in the back.
Yeah,
it works. Yeah, that's all you need to do to warm up.
Wow.
I think that's good for today, guys. Thanks for coming on.
Thank you.
Yeah, that was sick. It is crazy hot. I don't know how much you guys are sweating.
That's why
I'm drenched. I'm drenched.
Dripping sweat right now. Hot. It is 40 degrees.
I'm drenched in this Full Send t-shirt.
Shout out.
Hey,
Full Send.
We all actually.
Perfect Sports.
Perfect. I'm hungry for this.
Oh man. Skilled trade fellas having making my head so hot.
Shout out to the sponsors.
Yeah.
Perfect Sports, Skill Trade, Full Send, Experience Financial, Big Bro, everybody else.
Everyone who helps out.
One last thing. Vancouver, maybe?
I asked.
Yeah.
I asked to be on,
I mean, it's not guaranteed, but
you heard it here. It's happening. Thanks, guys.